Hog is like actually a C tier, like maybe even a low B. Like Hog is actually a playable hero. He's not like Reinhardt. Reinhardt's just like Reinhardt's just bad. And here's the thing. I miss when Hog was bad personally. I think he was more fun to play. I think he was just more fun to play. But no, that was a solid game, dude. I think you played very well. I just had like a few minor things. I thought you could play more aggressive since they didn't have Nana. That's about it.
Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Alright, let's check this out. Okay. I don't know, that was kind of inspiring, dude. Looks like you're shitting on this lobby. What the fuck?
I'm having fun.
Team kill.
Hello.
Hey.
Dude, you're just shitting on this team in front of it. Okay. Taking a different angle this time. I mean, you probably shouldn't have given your location away. Alright, lamps out, go in. See, here's what sucks ass about Reaper. This is one thing I will say. I don't know why the fuck your team's holding so far back, but that's the other hard part, is you have to just be aware of what your team's doing. You like, not only do you have to execute a proper flank on this character, but if your team wants to hold point, you kind of like have to hold close to them. Like, I don't know why your team's holding so far back. That's odd to me. That's literally unfortunate. You're like, I don't disagree with the play. The one thing I disagree is that you just weren't aware of what your team was doing. Like, if your tank wants to hold the fucking point, you have to hold by the point. Unless you know for a fact you can execute this play. You know what you should have done, actually? If you were going to make this play, you should have went all the way around, dude, and Frenzo. Like, you should have went all the way behind the whole team and went for that. Yeah, he could have. He could have did that too. I was going to add that too. I think the two things he should have done was be aware where his team was holding. I don't know why his team walked back to the point. Everyone's full HP. They're all lit. Like, I would be tilted as fuck if I was in Frenzo, seeing how stupid my team is. That would actually probably have tilted me. But if you're gonna go for this play, you have to actually like risk it all. This is a risk play. You gotta just gamble it. You gotta throw the dice. You know what you could have done also? If you were gonna risk it all and you saw the Zen was this low, you could have just wraithed like into him. Like, let me go back. Like right here. You could have just wraithed into him at this point. That would have worked too. There's two ways you could have. There's lots of decisions you could have did here. You could have went all the way behind him. You instead of peeking out of this, you could have went all the way behind, then walked on the Zen, because the Zen's lit and the Sigma's lit, right? You know they're low HP, so you could have took the long way around, and just got behind both healers again and just clipped them. Maybe even got the Sigma if you went all the way around. Or you could have wraithed to the Mega. Either way, you'd probably die. Because at this point, your team just walked all the way, held us all the way back into their own spawn. So, at that point, you're already screwed. You're already through. Sometimes the best way to play Reaper is to just wait for the team fight to start, then go in. I don't disagree with teleporting in with the lamp put out. I probably would have made the same play. I think you should have went all the way around though. Okay. For some reason their team didn't walk in. All right.
Hello.
Engaging thrusters.
I will give you shelter.
Misery made manifest.
All right.
You are safe with
Since they're down a player, you could have just ran in. Oh, that diva's lit. Let me go back. Let me go back a little bit here. Let me go back a little bit. Okay, you know the Tracer used recall. You know the diva's low. Oh, you know what you should have did right here? I saw an opening right here. Right here, watch this. I saw an opening. You could have got behind that wall. This wall right here. And then you could have jumped back to the right. So you pre-TP, and then you jump behind the wall, and then you go in and spin. I would have did that play. That's what you should have did in Frenzo. You know what I'm talking about? If he's not watching, I'll just send it to him. I'll just highlight and send it to him. Right here, right here. You could have jumped behind the... You could have... How do I explain this? You could have jumped TP behind the wall and then spun those two right there. That would have been risky, but you know the Tracer used recall, and you know that the Echo's low. That would have been a sick play. I would have probably went for that one. Okay, I didn't anticipate her to have ult already, though. So either way, you probably would have died, but maybe you could have got the Tracer. You could have forced out a lot of ults, too. It probably wouldn't have worked, but I'd say it was worth a try. I mean, this character sucks, so you kind of have to just go for it. Okay, that's tragic. Okay, that. Man, you could have just wraithed that. Man, you could have just wraithed that one. Jeez, dude. Fucking diva, bro. Okay, nice kill. Trade. Alright, let me see that again. Alright, let me watch this recontest.
yes.
Man, you know what you should have did? You should have walked to the high ground right there on the far right.
Yes.
Instead of going here, you could have went to the far right and dropped from the high ground and dropped on the Zen. Right here. You could have walked this way and tried to drop on the Zen. Because there are tensions right here. You could have did that.
60 seconds remaining. Finishing them off.
Could have made that play.
Lost.
The payload's moving. Stop them.
Yeah, you got recall out. Nice kill.
Quiet.
Your end is within my reach. The milk of human
Ultimate is charging.
That's risky. What is your team doing? The fuck? Let me see that again. You know what you probably could have did, but at the end of the day, it may not have mattered. You could have went to the right side here. You could have went right here and got this mini. I don't think it would have mattered. You probably would have still died, but maybe, just maybe, you could have survived against the Diva. That's a very big maybe. There's also a mini right here you could have grabbed. You could have wraithed to this mini right here. Then duked it out in this room. Or you could have gambled it and went to the right side. You had two options there. Did you just pop Wraith? Let me see this.
My ultimate is charging.
Yeah, you could have easily got that health pack. Yeah, you definitely could have got that mini right there. Could have got the mini on the left side there.
I'm not.
I'm hotter than a furnace.
We have to stop the payload.
You're lucky. My ultimate is charging.
Ooh. This might be one of those games. See, this is what I try to tell people. You have to figure out what playstyle to take in the moment. Sometimes I'll tell people, I'm like, sometimes you just have to sit on a mega health pack and play in one like corner of the map. And just duke it out. Sometimes you have to just take that playstyle. You're not gonna get healed this game, bro. This is gonna be one of those games where you're gonna honestly have to sit on a mega the entire game and flank. And just go for picks. And just try to pounce on people that are out of position. That's literally what you're gonna have to do this game. I can tell that. I can tell that by the first minute of the game. At the very first minute of the game, seeing your team hold spawn or point when they're all low HP. That right there is when you know you have to just play on a health pack. And now I'm seeing continuously how you're going in and you're trying to make a play and clip someone. You honestly are going to have to just find a health pack, like an area where you can just duel on a mega. And you're going to have to just duel there. Because your team isn't helping you at all. You're up one. What you're doing is the right play. Getting a pick and going in is what you should be doing, is what your team should be doing. But because they're not doing that, that means you have to take... Me and Toy Selva, we like to joke about. We call it we call it a pilgrimage. We're gonna go flank and go on a pilgrimage. When you get a pick and you go in and your team is sitting in spawn, you have to find health packs and you gotta just duke it out on the megas and minis. And if your team, and you know what, you're probably gonna have like 30 deaths, but that's what you're gonna have to do. That's why one tricking Reaper is like AIDS.
You're lucky.
Getting that Tracer pick's good. You go in. You know what else you should have done? Real quick, let's watch this again. You clip this Tracer, okay?
You're lucky.
You don't really see anything when you make this teleport. You don't really have any information. In fact, let me go back a tiny bit more. How much information do you have? Let's check your information here. You have zero fucking information on where the Diva is, where the Zen is, where the Curie is. where the Echo is. You don't have any information. All you know is that you guys traded. That's all you know right now. And you did a blind teleport into that right side, not knowing if the Zen's going to be in there, the Kiri's going to be in there, well, you might know the Echo's in there, probably not though. The Diva could be there, you have no idea.
My ultimate is charging.
You personally, since you got this pick and the Tracer's going to respawn in like 10 seconds, you could have went to the left side, went up to high ground, then TP in, scout. You got to remember, Reaper's a really good character for scouting. Because you can take high ground with your teleport. You also could have quickly wraithed up to high ground, scouted, and then TP'd in. Because by the time you get down to the low ground, after using Wraith from getting up to the high ground, your Wraith will come back within like 2 or 3 seconds. By the time you go in after scouting. And which takes about 2 seconds-ish. So it'll be off cooldown by the time you go in. And then you could have popped on the Zen or a healer or something.
You're lucky.
I think that's my critique. After getting a pick and you don't know where people are, you should have raked up to high ground, then TP'd behind the Zen or something. To scout.
My ultimate is charging.
That was an extremely risky blind TP. Because, you know what you also could have done? And you could have created a shitload of space, actually. Is, instead of wraithing back to your team here, you could have actually wraith into their spawn as soon as you got half HP. You could have wraithed all the way to this mini right here. You could have the Diva could have took it, but you would have made space. Or you could have wraithed and went over here and mashed your teleport to go into this room back here. And you would have made a lot of space too. If you're going to do a blind TP like that, sometimes you have to overextend and get back here and make people chase you to take pressure off your front line since you're down a healer. Because they're all looking at you now, right? So if you were to wraith, they would all be looking at you. Go around here. And then you could get like right here. Mash your teleport to go into this room. Collect the mini. You would probably still have the whole team chase you. And you would have made an absolute shitload of space doing that. You probably would die, but you would have took 10 seconds off your front line. Maybe 5, maybe not 10. 5, 6 seconds. That's a lot of time off your front line.
Into the iris.
Get them away from the payload.
My ultimate is charging.
My will.
Setting out the welcome mat.
1 HP. God, that's a healer, by the way.
I'm patched up.
I've got a few tricks.
Okay.
Moving the pylon. Behind you.
My ultimate.
Payload's moving. Stop them.
Death blossom is ready.
Oh, he could have went up and around. Okay. I was gonna say what you could have done right here. You could have wraith, right? You wraith, go down here. You should have went down there. Oops, I pressed the wrong button. You know what you could have done? Could have went back here behind the Zen. And spun the healers. I think you should have went behind here, since the Diva's attention's right there. You should have went back here and spun the healers. Could have did that.
Death blossom is ready.
Could have. I think you should have done that. I think you should have kept putting pressure on the Zen. That's what I think you should have done that in Frenzo. You should have kept putting pressure on that Zen. Risky. Very risky to do that.
Adaptive circuits engaged.
Oh! God, you fucking exploded.
Pass into the iris.
30 seconds.
Let's go back. Okay. So you go for a recontest and you TP up there. That is very risky because you already burned your Wraith. I don't think you should have done that. I think what you could have done could have TP'd to the left here. Or you could have just not used your teleport until you got out here. Diva's top right, but you don't know that. So if you went out to the left side, you could have jumped TP'd on the cart maybe. Or you could have just kept walking normally. TP behind the Zen right here. I think that's what you should have done. Personally.
My ultimate is charging.
Adaptive circuits engaged. Zarya.
Yeah, that's what you should have done. Should have went to the left. Could have went to the left side.
Hey, it's Keiko. Come.
I can heal you.
Tragic.
Get them away from the payload.
You see that again.
I can heal you.
Hey, it's Keiko. Come.
Man, you could have wraithed up to that Mega. You should have wraithed up to that Mega room and duked it out in there. Like if you're gonna make this play,
Hey, it's Keiko.
yeah, you had plenty of rate to go behind, up and behind, and grab that Mega.
Come.
I can heal you.
Yeah, you could have did that. Could have made that. Now, right now, you just need to get in their back line. Yeah, so right here. Right here. You should have waited for your teleport, right? Jump TP? You could have jumped TP'd over here. You could have jumped teleported over here. Because your Zarya is fine, bro. Like, your Zarya isn't going to get ran over by that diva very easily. I highly doubt it. It could happen, but I highly doubt it. You should have rotated, jump TP'd back here. And look at that. You could have got behind the Zen. Could have. But instead, you TP in front of the team. Like, you put a lot of faith in your Zarya. I don't really trust anyone unless they, like, actually are, like, doing good shit. Like, if the Zarya's really good, she'll bubble you, like, when you actually need it. Which is, like, rare, by the way. I haven't seen a good Zarya in, like, a decade. God, I don't think there's any good Zaryas anymore. But yeah, you definitely should have jumped TP to that far right. I haven't seen a good Zarya since I played with Emog and Harblue in Season 1.
Engaged. Zarya.
That character is fucking dead. You could have TP'd it onto touch.
There's a lot of them.
You might have been able to jump TP, but maybe not. Yeah, probably not. Could have. Maybe. It's a very big maybe.
Round
Alright, how do you do on attack?
5,
How do you do on attack?
1. Attack.
Oh, let's see how you do on attack here.
My ultimate is charging.
Okay, listen, I don't like, I'm glad you got a pick there. But if I was you,
My ultimate.
you can actually teleport from this room. So you're standing in this room, right? You could have actually, what the fuck is wrong with this thing? You could have actually TP'd right here. That way they wouldn't see you do it. And then you would like have this little cover right here. If that makes sense. But here's the thing, maybe the Kiri wouldn't have like teleported out. Okay, as soon as she did that, you should have teleported right here before you peeked that corner, because now they know you're teleporting.
Ultimate is charging.
You literally told them you were teleporting there now. If that makes sense. Make sure you're behind cover when you teleport, that way they don't know.
My ultimate is charging.
You actually fired too early.
My ultimate is charging.
I just don't think they even knew you were here even when you teleported.
Comes.
You started firing too early and gave away your position. I know it's tricky. I know it's hard. And, you know, sometimes I make the mistake myself. But try to wait till you get, like, within, like, hugging range to start shooting on Reaper.
My ultimate is charging.
Try to get up close to the point where you're basically hugging your opponent. Otherwise, you're doing next to no damage.
I'm good to go.
I mean, you're up one right now.
Get into the field.
Okay, there you go. You fired a bit early right there, but you made a lot of space. No!
Join me on the objective.
You should have played around that cover. So right when you wraith,
Better.
if you feel like someone's gonna peek you, you could have just went around this corner right here. Right here, you should have peeked around this corner. Right there. Yeah, because you didn't do that, he one-shot you.
I claim this objective. Stand with me.
My ultimate is
Objective
charging.
A captured. Escort the payload.
God, that character's a pain in the ass.
Like mending a shadow.
Alright, let's see what you do here.
My ultimate is charging.
Okay. You fired a bit too early again. I think you're a tad trigger happy.
My ultimate is charging. A bad omen comes.
Yeah, the Zen's not even looking at you, bro. The Zen doesn't know you're there. The thing is the Hog the Hog could know you're there.
My ultimate is charging. A bad omen comes.
I guess in the moment it looks like they know you're there. The hog yeah, I can't really disagree with that then. You know what you could have done? Hold on.
Discharging.
Since you TP'd on the far right, I just realized that. If you TP'd more towards the left, if you TP'd on this left side and then kind of like walked up here, you can poke shots on the hog because the hog won't be able to hook you right here. If you kind of like dance on this little ledge and kind of crouch and kind of like peek in and out. So if the hog does try to push you, he can't really hook you yet until he starts walking up the stairs. So you could have TP'd on this left side right here, walked up here, and kind of just chilled and kind of like did like little WS, kind of, you know, crouch, spam, kind of, you know, poke at him or whatever. Farm up your ult if you TP'd a bit on the left and then walked up here and did that. You could have probably built, you know, another 15 ult charge there, maybe more. Oh my god, you almost killed that Echo? Jeez. Risky. Oh, that's so risky. I respect it. I respect the risk though. That was cool. I didn't think you could burn people through Trank anymore. That was so risky. God, I love it when people commit like that, though. Like, I love when people try to make plays. I know it didn't work, but I just respect the commitment. Yeah, you fired too early right there, so... Right here? They don't even know you're here, bro. You could have... Dude, you could have actually just walked up and shot that guy. I'm not even kidding. That guy has no idea you're there. Yeah, you fired? You should have just chilled right here. Right behind this corner right here. They had no idea you were right here. You could have just sat right here. Waited for when someone peeks you. Then walk out and shoot them. That guy had no idea you're there. How's that hog alive? Ooh. Ooh. Wait, let me see this again. If you make this play, if you make this play, make sure you go around the cover before you go try to kill the Curie. Try to really get in your brain to play around cover. Like, that was sick. I have to say, that was sick. Like, if you're gonna go for this play, try to really play around cover. Play like corridors, you know. Because you could have definitely tucked around this right here when going for that Curie. You could have like danced around this and then hit the Curie. And then peeked and maybe even pop the Kree. You headshot the Curie. Right? You get around this cover, you kill the Curie. You shoot the Kree. I think the Hog had to reload. Yeah. Dude, if you would have went behind that cover, you could have popped the Hog a few times. You could have got the Kree because he was low. Yeah, you gotta really play around your natural cover. You coaching here? And Frenzo, but he's not here right now. I'm just gonna record the VOD and send it to him. Because they're gonna delete the replays and he asked me nicely to do this. I was coaching him for Reaps. Yeah, that's what's hard about Reapers. You have to like play in and out of cover all the time. He's tricky because like he plays so different than most characters because you really want to play in and out of cover and pay attention to cooldown usage. He's actually kind of a complex hero. Some people think he's one-dimensional, but he's harder than people give him credit for.
My ultimate is charging.
I mean, I don't know what this TP is, but okay. I don't know what that TP is. How you doing, Gifted?
My ultimate is ready. Get in there, Beelzebub!
I'm not sure what the decision right here is. I'm not really sure what this decision making is right here. Let me watch this again. Okay, you used your teleport for no reason, right? So you have a few options, right? You could have TP'd right here. Could have TP'd up here on this ledge. You had two options right here. Could have TP'd on that side. Could have TP'd up here. You could have even did a long flank and went all the way around here, but there's no reason to do that. I just think you wasted your teleport when you could have went top right or top left. Right here. Not really sure.
My ultimate
Is charging.
Yeah, you should have TP'd all the way up, but that's fine.
Get in there, Beelzebub!
Man, you could have shot that hog. Hold on.
Get in there, Beelzebub!
Man, you should have just went for it, bro. I'm gonna be honest. I think you should have went for it. Let me see. What did the hog have abilities? No, he's getting tranked. So you had Bob up. Let me see this again.
My ultimate is
Yeah, I'm not really sure why you teleport up here, but that's fine. It happens. So, okay. Let's see this again. You TP top left.
My ultimate is ready.
This end drops Trank. Alright?
We're up. Now get in there, Beelzebub!
You pop Bob. You dropped off high ground. I think you should have stayed on high ground, actually. If you're gonna drop off high ground, you gotta just shoot the hog and Zen. You gotta just go for it. You know what you also could have done? If you wanted to go for a really risky play, you could have wraithed these sticky bombs.
Get in there, Beelzebub!
As soon as those sticky bombs went off, you should have wraithed.
ultimate is charging.
Join me!
Outdoors.
Get in there, Beelzebub!
The wraith ends, right? You wraith the sticky bombs, okay? I would track the Zen during the Kitsune rush. I would shoot the Zen. Maybe you kill him, maybe you don't. You went for the play, okay? The point is you'll most likely get your Blossom. Alright? Worst case scenario. Worst case scenario, you get nothing and you die, right? That's the worst case. But I have a feeling you would have got that Zen. I have a feeling you would have got that Zenyatta if you rate these sticky bombs and then you just track the Zen during the Kitsune Rush. I really think you would have killed that Zen right there, man. I really think you would have clipped him. Okay, let's see.
My ultimate is almost ready.
On the move. Not good.
The fuck? Man, dude, you're really fucking... You're really trolling here. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. Okay. I gotta like breathe for a second here. So... right here, okay? You know the Kree's here. You have your Wraith. You have Blossom, okay? You should have just Wraithed into this guy and tried to clothesline him. You should have went for it. And then, makes matters worse, is you Wraith, like, in front of the whole team. Like, this BAP sees you. And then you teleport in front of the whole team. Like... Okay. No. Let me go back. Okay, okay, fine. You don't take the duel with the Kree, but you still have your Wraith, okay? You could have Wraith. Is that Mega? Did he take the Mega? I was gonna say I would have went down to the Mega where the Kree is. Did he take this Mega? No, he didn't. Okay. You should have Wraithed down to that Mega and tried to duel him down there, because he'd be. I don't think this guy would have dueled you down there. I think you should have Wraithed for that Mega. If you're gonna make this play, at least try not to do it in front of both healers and shit in the Hog. Like, you could have TP'd on that top left up here. You could have went back here to the right. But you literally teleported right in front of the whole team. Like, I don't know, bro. That was risky. I think that was too risky of a play, man. TP'd on the Hog.
Come to me for heal.
Okay. Nah, you shouldn't have pushed that. You know what you could have done? You should have went out right here. You could have went to this left side. Here's another thing you could have done. You could have went to this left side right here. And then TP'd up behind him right here. That's what you could have done right there. Because you know the Bab is going to probably have Lamp. You could have done that. Because your Zarya could have grabbed, right? She puts pressure on the front line. Then you go behind the team. Ah. See? Could have did that one. Oh, you could have ripped it right there since you had that bubble. Could have got the Trank out. Could have ripped the spin right there. You keep TP in front of the team, like I respect it, but damn, dude, it's so risky to do that. You're putting so much faith in your Zarya, dude. I wouldn't be able to do that. I wouldn't be able to do it unless it was like Harblue and he was like talking to chat. I wouldn't do this. I can't believe you got a bubble, bro. That's crazy to me. You know, right here, now that I watch this again, you TP in, you get this bubble, I would have executed that kill right there. As soon as I get that kill, I would have either A, wraith to the stairs and then try to spid something. You don't know the Hog's there yet, right? As soon as you get that pick, you could have wraith into the Zen, or you could have wraithed in further over here, right? Could have go behind here too and make people chase you. And then wraith back here, and you could have spun these two maybe even. You could have spun these two guys too. After getting that pick, you could have just wraithed up around here. I know you don't have that information, but as soon as you get a pick as Reaper and you have, you know, your abilities, sometimes going in deeper and playing around like natural cover and stuff, you know, you'll make a shitload of space, and you never know what could happen. You could get a double, could get more, and you have your ult, and you're like almost full HP, and you got a pick right here. Just food for thought. I mean, I'm just saying, you still had your wraith there. You could have went around. Hell, you could have dropped to the Mega or something.
Can't handle the heat. Stay out of my way.
I won't tolerate failure. Death losses.
Adaptive circuits engaged. Reaper.
I can heal you.
Tragic.
Let the Kitsune guide you.
But yeah, I mean, I hope that helped. I hope I helped you a little